Well, the great thing about this park here, this is the main front entrance that you would find, and it goes in here. I'm going to show you that. It's got a guard there with a fence that's got a code. You got to get it directly across the street. That is a Love's, so you know Love's has got a gas station and all that good stuff, to include a McDonald's at this Love's. Yeah, that's right. Got a McDonald's here. And it's almost directly across the street. This road here is a little busy. It's a state highway. There's an even busier one at this road. You see how the road goes up? It goes up to over top of an interstate that way. I got a sign here, so do not feed the Sasquatch. So this is just as you come in off the road here, as you can still hear. I know I keep talking about that, but boy, it sure is close to a busy interstate that is very loud. And that is basically the only drawback to this park that I've seen so far. This is their gate. You do need to get a code, so you need to get that via email before you get here, or you can call this telephone number up front and then tell them who you are and basically call in. They got a lower one and an upper one for those big tall rigs. Thank you. Yeah, you see that right there? Some place you go to, the only guy is a low one, and you can't, if you're in a big tall rig, you can't reach the thing. This is great for cars and larger RVs and trucks. Good setup. And just past that front gate, as you can see, it's a little bit of a drive on up this way. You can still hear the interstate, so that really is the only drawback to this place. And I may mention that a few more times in areas you can hear. Can't really hear it too much at the back of the park, but and of course it slows down at night just a little bit, as most interstates do. But I wanted to show you this because we're coming up on the main office, which is right here to the right. As we get up here, get straight ahead. The main office is right to the right. That's where you would do your registration, your check-in, and get your map and everything. They do not escort you, as most Thousand Trails don't. They don't escort you to your site. I mean, most of us are adults. We really don't need that kind of stuff. I almost think it's overkill. Many places will get an ambassador to take you to your site so you don't get lost. That's just, I think it's unnecessary. I really do. And there are a whole lot of sites here. I don't know exactly how many they have, but you would check in there. Let's go check out the rest of the park. And here we are up front. You can kind of hear the interstate because it's not far from here. And as you get further back to the park, you don't hear quite as much. And that, luckily we're out that way. This area here, well, that's a lot of noise. A lot of road noise, but toward the back there's many more trees and stuff, because I'm like a half mile back or so. I wanted to show you this building here. This is the main park here, and here's a good picture of the map. And I'm gonna come back here and show you the pool, which, this being mid-September, is closed. I'm not a big fan of a hard close on a pool. I'm just not, because you could get a nice September like today. It's supposed to be in the 80s. Why would your pool not be open? I'm just saying, more and more parks should understand that. Quit doing a hard close like that. Let's let the weather decide. Anyway, just down from the pool is actually a shower room. So you got a shower here. Looks like it's been newly renovated. Looks good. And I guess you would lock this door. Yeah, I guess you could lock this door if you're in here taking a shower. I know I would. Just take it over. This is the only one that's up front, so they've got other locations for showers also. Front door there. There is a little store right here. Got t-shirts and such. Maybe I'll get some pictures in there. We'll see. Nice waiting room. How about that? Looks like they call bingo in here, maybe. That's what I would do at this area, this space. And they got a game room. Nice. Ooh, a pinball machine. I'll definitely be playing that. And that goes out to the pool there that we just saw, that we're disappointed in, that it's closed. I don't know what those things are for. And that's a backyard pavilion type area. So they got a volleyball court back there and basketball. You can sure hear that interstate. Putt-putt courses that way. And just off this room is a laundry room. Right now it says closed until further notice. I don't know if they're cleaning in here, what they're doing, but all the machines look like they're operational. A little old, but looks like they work. $2 to wash, $2 to dry. And toward the back of the park, they got a nice big bounce pad here. This is one of those blow-up things they do for the kids. It's like it's going to be up for a little while longer. And here's one of the bathhouses we're going to go into in just a minute. Here's the restroom here. You got a place to park your whatever you're driving. And I wanted to show you this bathroom. Hopefully the others are looking a little better than this, because this doesn't look bad until they tried to renovate it. The old Formica restrooms. Got a big old crack there. I mean, like you can see outside there. How about that? Toilets. Missing toilet paper though. Notice this one's missing toilet paper too, but that one says do not use. This whole building's cracked. Look at that. Interesting. It's usable though. And the shower room, let's see. Okay, well, you could use a little updating. There's a shower stall there. Looks like you can actually lock that door there. There's another one there. You can lock that door. I expected to see one. Looks like someone's been using it. Got a drainage problem in here. I used it this morning. Let me see what that says. It's somewhat been updated. Not bad. It's usable. Obviously with your flip-flops. Don't take a shower in here without your flip-flops on. Do have a little stream right here. Well, it would be a stream if the water was a little higher. The water's kind of down right now. It's ever so slightly moving. But they've got some, it's like these are tent sites. That's what these are here. There's a couple tent sites over there. Most of this is just regular hookups across the way. I'll show you my site here in a minute. And it looks like they have a trail right here. You can still hear the interstate just a little bit. I may just go up that way just a smidge. A bad little trail. Not really meant for an electric bike, which is what I'm on. But it's not bad. Definitely walkable, no question about that. And right here on property, so that's kind of cool. You can see it goes here and goes up this way here. And they got a playground here. Nothing wrong with that. Except my driving, that's what's wrong with it. Looks like there's a putt-putt course. Looks like it's somewhat well maintained. I do with that, just might come out here and putt around some. Typically places like this, you go to the activities building, which is straight ahead, and you can pick up golf club and ball and stuff, but I carry my own for places like this so I can play when the office is closed. And we're camping right across the street. Looks like they have a fundraiser here. Hot dogs, chip and pop. Call it pop. It's such a northern thing. Anyway, this is for bocce ball. You can play bocce ball here, or you could play petanque here. Probably it's more like petanque, I think. Which are two games are very similar. Well, this is section B, and you can see some of the park has got asphalt drives, and then they got actually concrete pads. So this guy here is probably rents this thing year round with this giant deck he's got there and the furniture. Don't look like he's here right now with his top covered, but most of the park is not that way. Most of the park is more like this this over here, which is a little more gravel. A little more gravel like this is what most of it is, with no concrete pads and gravel parking and or just regular old dirt parking. Overall, most of the spots are level, and you get a fire pit and you get a picnic table. These back here do not have sewer, but they do have water hookups, and they do have 50 amp, yay, 50, 30, and 110. Mine actually has sewers, which mine you actually share with the neighbors, and I'll show you that in a minute, which is kind of strange. There's a couple of them in there like that, basically parked back to back. So my hookup is here, so they got both of us, because we're back to back. I got both of us sharing the same sewer, but so the Y in the middle belongs to the park, and of course this guy's got a bathroom in front and one in the back, so he'll have to connect one and disconnect the other one as he wants to use it. But so I don't know if you noticed, there are a few of these cabin types. This looks like a 2-bedroom actually, cabins that are here. There's a couple of places that have these around the park. They're not all grouped together or anything. Well, this one is locked, but I thought I'd take you to it because I'm sure they wouldn't mind me doing a video while I'm here. So this is a little porch area here, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So they do have a bathroom back there in the back, but not half bad. I kind of like it. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's good for a weekend, or if you want to do a long weekend someplace like an RV park. You always got to remember that RV parks have things like this, because I think most people think they have to, when they travel, they have to go stay in a hotel, and they really don't. They do have options. Anyway, so that's your main entrance. You can see this road here kind of splits off from that, but it's blocked off from the road. They've got a nice area here that you could probably rent out if you wanted to have an event. There's a canopy here, so you definitely have an event. Lots of place for a band or whatever you want to do. And then there's a little path for walking, and there's a little pond out that way. You see the pond? Not a huge pond, but kind of cool. Real neat. It's a nice addendum. So all in all, do I like this park? I would say yes. Would I ever come back here again? Yes. Would I recommend this to others? Yes. And why is that? Because it's easy to get to, which is just off the interstate. I mean, it's an easy pull. My direction, I was coming south on that road, and I took a right. It was my first right, and I was here. So I like that it was close. The bad thing about being too close is it is right next to the main road. So you're next to the main road, you get the interstate, you get a lot of road noise. I can still hear some cars out there, but it's still not too bad. You're still back up in here in the woods, so if you wanted to take a walk someplace, there's lots of trails going through here, because another part of our park is that direction, but to get to it, you got to go this way and go around, but you can actually get to other parts of the park by walking this way. So it's things like that that I enjoy. The other thing is, I would say in the last 6 months, as far as amenities, ease of use, different things like that, I would say this park is #1 in the last 6 months. My Home Depot hat representing. I got stock in Home Depot. Buy Home Depot stock. So, but yeah, it's the best park I've been to in the last 6 months, because all the other parks I've been to were parks that they either didn't have any amenities whatsoever. Now, they do have a pool here, and it is closed, but if it was the middle of summer, I'd be all about some pool inside the pool. I couldn't tell if they had a hot tub or not. My guess is no. I don't think I saw one. Normally hot tubs tend to stay open a little longer than the regular pool does. But I've got no problem coming back here. Recommend this to your friends if you're up in this part of the country here in St. Clair, Michigan. It is northeast of northeast of Detroit, on your way to Port Huron is where it's at. We're 10 miles out of Port Huron. Anyway, be sure to like and subscribe, send this to your friends, because I need to get back out here living the coolest life. RV Park Review Edition.